Who am I? The girls them sugar.
Yo, yo, yo.
Charlemagne, we live? Charlemagne, we live? Shout out to Ray J the GOAT one time, bro.
Ray J is the GOAT, bro. We ain't ready for all that.
We live?
We ain't ready. We ain't ready for the Ray J feature, man. How you been, man?
It's hard to answer that question, low key. It's like you want to just be like, oh man, I'm good, but it's like, nah, bro.
It's a weird feeling. Weird feeling. I was gonna say it was been quiet this week, but it ain't really been quiet at all. Quiet for what we want to talk about because we want to try to move past talking about everything in America. We've been doing that for the past 2 episodes, so we trying to get back to the hip hop culture and things of that nature that we usually talk about.
Man, but it definitely ain't quiet. We got a whole new country developing in our country. Like, ain't nothing quiet about that at all. But
yeah, shooting a couple days ago, man. We ain't gonna. I'm gonna hold my tongue on that until we get a little bit more information on that. I've seen a couple of videos about it, but
yeah,
just in case people wondering if they hear this and why we ain't talking about it, I'm gonna hold my tongue for a bit.
Yeah, because that's I'm not trying to be up here looking like Terry Crews because you keep trying to frame him like that's my man, and I definitely got a Terry Crews take on this.
That is your man, bro. That is your man. Beast Bo had a rough week.
She been like a rough month, dog. She been going through it, dog.
Boy, she had boy. What is she talking about though? What is she talking about?
I don't know, bro. It's like once that spotlight turned on, I don't think like everybody understand like everything that come with it. Like it don't turn off. Like every move is about to be watched, and if you don't say the right thing at the right moment, you're gonna be out here looking like that.
She talking about a 9 to 5, bro. What is she talking about, dog? What it like? I need a CEO, bro. And then she could straight plagiarism, dog. She hit the she hit the first lady on the speed. She hit the first lady.
Hey, bro. Drake made it cool to have ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's not ghostwriting.
She sent the references over.
All right. Well, next time next time we have a good podcast, just send me your notes and
all right, say no more.
You know, when we out here and I got it, I'm like, oh shit, you said it was cool to have a ghostwriter.
Everybody's gonna do it.
I thought everybody, shit, you had the notes. That's what you
said. Bro, you know, dog.
Nah, she had a rough week though, man. But that's about it. That was funny this week. I can't remember anything else funny I seen besides what we're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say, well, we got something funny that I seen.
Yeah,
definitely gonna talk about it.
Yeah, let's get to it then, man. I'll start with, like I said, I got a few singles. I'm gonna mention these two in the same. So "Make It Rain" by Pop Smoke. That's gonna be off his new album coming soon. They did push it back for quite a bit, based off everything that was happening in America. But if you like Pop Smoke, it's featuring Roddy. I'll have to go check that out. NLE Choppa released "Shot of Flow 5." It's kind of the same type of. I want to say flow. I mean that he has. He got big off of a song that was similar to this. I can't recall the name right now, but it's the same type of shit.
It was the first version of
shot. Yeah, I was about to say it's the first Shot of Flow. So you like that Shot of Flow 5, and I'll get into Rockstar featuring Roddy Ricch by DaBaby. And man, bro, I don't like it, bro. I want to like it, but I don't like it. Have you heard it?
The idea was cool.
The idea was cool, but the execution of it ain't really. But we're gonna talk about that a lot because there are two good ones that kind of address like America and where we at right now, and so we'll talk about those two because there are good ones like this type of vibe. The Black Life remix, I'm gonna have to I have to leave the Black Lives Matter remix. I'm gonna have to leave the Black Lives Matter remix alone, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of these songs right now. And I get it. Like you want to kind of like be on the right side of history. You want to be able to contribute to what's going on, provide a soundtrack to the times right now. But everybody not built for that. You know what I mean? Everybody is not built for that. Just like I don't want to see everybody talk about this subject. You know what I mean? Just because they have a platform, I really want to kind of stick with the people that are informed about it. it's some people who make music that I really don't want to see them talk about these type of
No.
things. You know what I mean? It's nothing
No.
against them. It's just that's not what you do. So
Yeah.
I
Not what you do
wasn't-
best. That's for
yeah,
sure.
not what you do best. Yeah, that's
Not
a
what
good way
you
to
do
put it.
best. Not what you do
Yes.
best. The baby kind of been disappointing me though, in general.
This is the thing, bro. He's such a new artist. Like
Yeah, he still
we
got time.
forget, like he took off or whatever, like that. We really don't know his ceiling. It's kind of like he kind of having that Chance the Rapper effect, where we're like, we expected him to be this way, and then as he starts to like plateau off, and we see like, okay, what to expect out of him, it may not be what we expected out of him for a little bit.
Yeah. A little disappointing.
You better watch him out before you pop up on you and
I don't want
eat
no
them
smoke with
skibbity
the baby.
paps.
I don't want the skibbity paps, man. I don't want none of the baby skibbity paps, bro. Baby, we know that he will.
He
He'll be
will
right in the
pull up,
last.
dog.
Let me at least let me get my ankle right. You know what I'm saying? My ankle sprain. I can't really be out here, with the baby skibbity paps.
Yeah, you already on crutches. You can't be, you know what I'm saying, walking around.
Can't
with
have
the
a black eye
eyes.
and the crutches because then, that's too much to explain.
Yeah, that's a
Too much
bad
of
look.
concept.
Your whole
Too much.
body messed up, bro.
Yeah. You not look good your body not looking good as a unit at that point. Like,
Yeah, so in the vein of what we was talking about earlier, I got a couple more singles really addressing what's going on right now. So first I wanted to highlight Conway the Machine with Frontlines. It's kind of dope to see Conway take this approach. And I mentioned it when we talked about the Freddie Gibbs album. I looked at Conway as kind of like the shooter of Griselda. Like he's just staying in the lane, kind of like the Waka Flocka when Gucci Mane was on top. Like, all right, this is my shooter. He gonna come at you one way. He not really gonna do too much. But then once Waka started expanding, giving you No Hands, giving you other different type of songs, it's like, oh damn, Waka really is an artist. You know what I mean? I feel like Conway is definitely doing that with the feature on Freddie Gibbs' project. With this new song Frontlines, he's just showing he's more than that stereotypical gangster rapper. He can apply those lyrics and say something real. So I definitely did appreciate that. Frontlines from Conway the Machine. Also want to highlight my dog. He can't do no wrong. Martin Luther Meek. He dropped the song called Other Side of America. It's dope because that song, he showed a text thread between him and Nipsey. And he was just saying, like, Nipsey was saying, hey, I want to get on this song. And he was like, yo, Nipsey was supposed to be on this. And they was going back and forth and how the title of the song came about. And it was just dope to see, like, it's not dope. Let me take that back. It's shocking to see that this song was made a while ago when Nipsey was alive. And it's still relevant to what's going on, even more so relevant to what's going on right now. So it just shows you how in tune Meek is. And ever since he came out of the prison system, like you can see what type of time he on. So I think this is a good step in that, like a good addition to all of these songs about what's going on right now. And
I love that song, by the way.
It go hard.
That shit hard.
It go hard, right?
That's the best one, I think.
Of course. I was gonna say about I'm biased, obviously.
That's the best one.
That joke go crazy. Like
It's
a good song. Like granted, it applies to right now, but that's just like anytime he would have dropped, that's just a good song.
The pure disrespect at the beginning, like every time I hear that clip of Donald Trump saying that shit, it's worse than the Joe Biden clip.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's worse than the Joe Biden clip.
I don't know, bro.
You trash. Your schools is trash.
He ain't say
your
that.
Jobs is trash. Y'all look trash. Y'all broke. You stink. He was snapping. Yeah, you look dusty.
What do you got to lose?
Your dash left you. That one hit me when he hit you with the dash left you. I'm like, shit, dog. That one's bad.
He hit us with the back-to-back.
Oh man, it was with the 3P, dog. He fucked us up.
Yeah, that was
58% of y'all ain't got no jobs. What the fuck is y'all doing? Like, what are y'all on? What are y'all bums? Y'all bums. B Simone told you, oh, y'all can't even get a 9 to 5. Like, what y'all doing, bro? y'all never go back.
He was talking heavy.
Dog,
I forgot he was talking heavy. We just talked about that too. We talked about the Joe Biden. He was talking heavy.
Dog, he was on our necks. That one was bad. The Joe Biden one is bad just because he is just wildly disrespectful. But that'll show you how, I don't want to go too far with it. But again, we talked about how disrespected the black vote is and shit like that.
Bruh,
That'll
It
show
was
you.
out there with
dog.
the Kente taking the knee, like, and then they couldn't even get up because they were so old, like on the floor, like.
I'm not with the gimmicks, nigga. I'm not with the gimmicks, nigga.
It's wild out here, bro.
Bro, get the antics, bro. Get the antics out of here. That's all. We done with the antics, bro.
All I need is some legislation. All I need is you to
Bro.
do your job. I ain't need
That's the craziest part. Ain't nobody asked you to put the just do your job. That's the only thing we had. Just do your job properly, bro.
They said,
Stop with all the
bro.
antics, dog.
They hit the Wakanda forever, dog.
Bro,
said,
dog.
Right, we gonna show y'all what time it is.
It's a joke out here, bro. They really be treating that shit as a joke. I know we on the tangent now, but that shit, again, man, your ankle fucked up, you broke, your stocks are down, your haircut uneven.
That's why I got my do-rag on.
Nah,
Be a part of his 2020 speech.
Nah.
Dude.
If he hit us with another one of that, dog, it's gonna be better than Ether at this point.
Oh, bro.
Damn. Nah, great song though. Great song.
Yeah, great song. Definitely shout out to Meek for that. My last one was Lil Baby. It actually just dropped this week. It's called The Bigger Picture. And a lot of people, including Meek, including Tory Lanez, was like, bro, Lil Baby is low-key turning into a GOAT before our eyes. And I think with the release of his last album and like that doing over, I think it did over 100. I want to say 200, but I know for sure it did over 100,000 first week. It's like Lil Baby has definitely established himself as one of the premier like new acts. Like he might be like the person carrying the torch for right now. Cause I think Travis Scott and Futures and Meeks, they getting kind of old, and like Lil Baby is speaking for like right now. And he is the most lyrical. He can make like good songs or whatever. He can get on the track with anybody and hold his own. So it's like, damn, Lil Baby he might be that person holding the torch right now for his generation. And with this song, he had a dope couple lines where he said, every color person ain't dumb, and all whites not racist. I be judging by the mind and heart. I ain't really in the faces. And that's really like, I hate to take it there, but like that's literally Martin Luther King's dream. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't judge me by the color of my skin, judge me by the content of my character. You know what I mean? I think some of that get lost especially when we get in such emotional times, such divisive times, we just want to put one person against each other. Like, I'm gonna put you in a box, either with me or against me. And for Lil Baby, somebody you would expect, and again, this is no disrespect to him, somebody you expect to just come out and just say what everybody else is saying. For him to have that such a mature mentality, like, yo, I get it. All cops ain't, well, he didn't say cops, but for the conversation purposes, all cops ain't bad. All black people not criminals. All white people not racist. Like, to have that balanced perspective, I think that's the voice of reason that we really needed in a time like this. So, Bigger Picture by Lil Baby, it definitely woke me up. It was a surprise for how much I like that song.
Man, excuse me. I was asleep, bro. I was asleep on Lil Baby, man. Lil Baby could rap.
Yeah,
I was definitely asleep. I was all the way asleep, man. He nice. I like that song. That's a close second to me.
Yeah,
close second when it comes to these songs in this round. Like that's a close second. The video is even better. The video make it better. I might even give it the edge because of the video, but
well, you ain't see Meek video yet, so slow down. No play.
He gonna have a Donald Trump looking like it's gonna be a rap battle.
It'll be hard if he did it from like inside the like a fake White House mock-up, and he like going like that, because at the end he talking about like, if I ever had the chance to get on CNN and like really talk for where I come from, and homies like do it, and for him to, that would be fire. But you know, hit me up, Meek. You know what I'm saying? If you need ideas, you know what I'm saying? Come holler at your boy. You know, I got them for days. You know what I'm talking about?
Moving along, we got yeah, you know, I said I was gonna talk about this, but I don't want to do her that way, so I'm gonna leave her alone.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm gonna leave her alone because I love Rob, and I don't want to do her like that. So
she could have caught a straight up. She was about to catch a straight.
Did you hear it?
I'm not doing this, dog. We not, because once we start talking about it, we're not gonna be able to stop. Next,
it's on you. Who's next?
No, that might be one of the greatest things to come out of this past.
Nah, that's the best shit ever, dog. I'd get up and do it right now. My ankle was fucked up.
The fact that homie came in and hit the moon. No, top 5 things that come out of it. It's been a lot of bad that come out of this year. Top 5, that was the best, one of the best clips that came out.
That was hilarious, dog. That's
Oh,
pure.
man.
That's pure comedy. Dog. That's the
Hip
best
hop
one.
Harry, bro.
Dog, he was fucking that joint up too. Yeah, dog. He did her tear his ACL out doing that shit like that, man.
Oh man.
You
So,
got my bad. We all you got a album, right?
oh yeah, definitely want to highlight this album by. Let me get it. I was up here looking up hip hop Harry dance moves. So I was there.
Who's next? I'm definitely getting that drop too, by the way.
Oh, for
I'm getting that drop.
So I wanted to highlight Sue Surf. He dropped a project called MSYKM. Didn't do my research to figure out what it stands for, but I'm sure by the time this drops, you can probably figure that out. But super dope project, man. I think of all the battle rappers, I really like Sue Surf's, like actually like his projects. Like I think his project in 2019, 725, like that was in the runnings for like one of the best albums of the year for me, just because good beats. He has a good rapping voice, and then he's a battle rapper, so you know his bars are going to be like on point. But kind of like what you were saying with Lil Baby, like it's hard to really, and we see this at the elite levels, but it's hard for like a street rapper really to make a good song. You know, it's good. It's cool to have bars. I think that's kind of like the bare minimum. Like, but you often see like people that make good songs don't really be talking about nothing, and people that don't be talking about nothing. It's just a disconnect there. So for him to come from a battle rap world, be able to pick good beats and then make good songs, like I think that's really, really dope. And I didn't want to let his project go under the radar because, you know, that's my lane of what type of hip hop I like. Definitely bars. He got good features on there. He got Dave East on there. He got G Herbo. He got Mozzie on there. He got Benny the Butcher on there. Like definitely a solid project. It's not just like a battle rapper making a project. Like this is like a hip hop artist. You know what I mean? He kind of separated himself from that battle rapper. And with these features, it kind of gives it some validity. And like I said, great songs on there. So Sue Surf, go check out his new project.
I was unaware that he had those type of features on there.
Yeah, well, you know, anytime a Griselda feature pop up, like I just get it like a ping.
Yeah,
I was like, okay,
check that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
Benny the Butcher went crazy, bro. I can't wait till he drops his next album.
I'm gonna check that out. When that Drake song coming, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I think they holding on this. I think this project gonna be a problem. But no, Conway got a song with Drake. Conway album, like his official album, he got a song with. His album about to be a smash, dog. He dropped the track list for that. It's about
they don't stop,
bruh.
They haven't.
You gotta
stopped.
respect it. You gotta respect.
They haven't stopped. They haven't stopped, dog.
It's like that Gucci Man. Like remember when Gucci Man was putting out like a project like every week? It was like a new mixtape.
First got out of jail,
bruh.
Nah, you couldn't go to anything and not hear Gucci.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta respect the ground while we got the moment. Like while we hot, we definitely gonna take full advantage of it. And
none of them are dropping the ball though. None of them dropping the ball, so why would you stop? None of them dropping the ball. They all delivering. So, all right, let's get into your mans.
Let's get into your boy.
Got me thinking like, why the fuck I did that? I was watching the Joe Budden podcast, bro. I didn't realize how funny that was. I didn't know how funny that was, so I heard Joe Budden say that shit 7 times in a row. Dog. That shit is hilarious. I'm glad they dropped this song and not that bullshit. What the fuck is Akon doing, bro?
This was some bullshit, man.
This was some bullshit too, but that other one was really bad. This one at least got Nicki Minaj on it.
I didn't really care for a verse either, but
so for those it did what it did what it had to do. I got you. So
okay,
yeah, my bad, my bad. So for those that don't know, Tekashi 6ix9ine dropped a song with Nicki Minaj called Trolls. They also dropped a video. If I had to imagine, I bet it's at about 50 mil right now, but I'm going to check that for y'all right now.
78, brother.
It's 78 right now?
78, brother.
Yep, 78 mil. Yep, you got it. 78 mil right now. So is that bigger than his last one? I wonder. Yeah. This is more than his last one?
In the 24-hour span. Like, okay. Obviously, his last
right
one.
now, yeah, the other one's probably, but.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he kind of been in the media a lot lately, which is not surprising. He had a whole Instagram live kind of promoting this. All this is kind of just promotion for this one song, which is ironic, but that's kind of how the game is now. You just kind of promote one song, not an album. So he was on Instagram live. He's calling all a bunch of people snitches. Your boy Meek. If you want to shoot the fair one with him, I'm sure you can find out where he at because he's anywhere. He's everywhere online, so I'm sure you can find him. But Future, he was going over from Future. Snoop Dogg, he ain't left Snoop Dogg alone. I hope none of these dudes responded to that, but that we'll get into that a little bit later. And then Nicki Minaj, she was on live with him as well, talking about snitching and how she felt about it. It's all promo for this song, this trash ass song. I mean, this song. I apologize, it's not for me. But what you think about it? Let's go. First thoughts. You hear it.
The song
Let's go.
itself.
Let's go to song and then talk about the video.
Yeah, the song itself, like obviously, it's not my cup of tea. Again,
He's terrible.
He's switching it up though. Like
it's crazy when the street dudes leave, bro. When the streets do leave, bro,
man,
he ain't got it, bro. He ain't got it.
It's definitely this is what I will say, because obviously we all know we don't condone what he did. We don't condone like his character, how he moving. But I'll say this. He's proven that you don't need a lot to be successful, because he's on house arrest. He's doing all of this from like in his garage or just like in his closed off area. He's making something happen. You know what I mean? For as much as I don't agree with him, for as much as I don't want to give him any clout or whatever, you can't deny the fact that he's doing a lot on house arrest.
Oh yeah.
So
you don't need talent either, apparently.
But the talent is getting people to pay attention, and we'll talk about this. I think he's the ultimate troll, which is ironic, which is the song title. But what he's done with the video, I think, is something that people need to pay attention to, because you don't need a lot to make a successful or necessarily a good video. You can tell it's just the same room. They just change the background, throw some animations, 2 or 3 different outfits, get the colors going. I imagine that video didn't take a lot, you know what I mean, for production value. It didn't take a long time to make. So for any up and coming artist, anybody that's looking to like his blueprint, if you got the attention, there should be no excuse nowadays with all the technology that we have to make a good video. So
yeah, that should be the least of worries if you're an upcoming artist is making a video, because again, you don't need that much. You don't need that much to make a song, really. I mean, I bought this mic and I ain't no rapper, but you know, like I'm pretty sure I could find a room in here to make a song if I really needed to. But yeah, the song again, it is him. Like I mean, y'all been bamboozled. I never really liked him. You know, I never really liked his music. It's not even about him or the antics. I just really don't like his music. So I wasn't gonna be shocked about this one. Of course, I went to listen and watch because you know you kind of got to, especially for what we do. But I don't really got a lot to say on the song. It's just we gonna get into the politics of it and everything after that and everything that led up to the song. But the song, we can probably leave that where it's at. We can move on to the video. So the video, again, like you said, it's the same room that was shot in the last one. I do think it's interesting that Nicki actually flew out to wherever he at and did that video and shook her titties all over the video, which is pretty much like within the first 30 like 5 shots is Nicki Minaj with her titties out. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna get a lot of this is gonna get where she at, and she pregnant, which is crazy too. So she flew out there to have this video shoot. Very colorful, couple different looks. I'm sure that was easy to pull off. Cool video. I mean, it's cool the way it looked. I wasn't really impressed with Nicki Minaj's verse, but it did draw a lot of attention with the shots to, was it Lisa Ray or?
Yeah, Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray, the shots to Lisa Ray, the shots to Usher, which still is kind of like, we had this conversation like maybe a year ago about how petty she was, like, and how like she don't let things go, and it seems like she's still there, because those comments happened a long time ago. Those comments that she's kind of backlashing to, where Usher said like Lil Kim, they both kind of said how Lil Kim like birthed Nicki Minaj, which you can debate. I mean, they did have like the same album cover. You can debate it. It's a solid debate. It's not. I don't think that I wouldn't take that as disrespect, but she's still very petty in what she do, which is cool. That's what she wants. She has her fan base, and they're gonna follow her for that. But it's just not it. We'll talk about the success for it a little bit. But what do you think about the video?
It did what it was supposed to do. Like the fact that they broke another record. I didn't confirm it, but it is being reported that this was the most viewed hip hop song in the first 24 hours. I think first 24 hours is 46 million. And I think that beat his last song, which was, I think, like 30, 34 million or something like that. So it's people struggling to make 1 million views for their songs. There's songs out 5-10 years that we consider classics that's still like barely reaching 10. So it's like the fact that he's approaching 100 million on day 2 is like, it's something. It's something to be said about that. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like the Floyd Mayweather strategy, whereas though love him or hate him, you're going to tune in to watch. Like, either you rooting for him to win or you rooting for him to lose, but he got your attention somehow. So again, I can't I can't condone the way he moves. I can't condone like the way he acts or whatever like that, because I know that has real consequences. Like if somebody who's not in his position acts like that. So I can't really encourage that, because somebody definitely can lose their life acting like Tekashi. But for him to consistently do these numbers, it's kind of like proving his point where you really don't need that street credit. You really don't need to have this reputation or whatever. It's all about the attention, and he's proven he is the king of getting attention right now.
He's really good at it. He definitely has a knack for that. It's kind of easy at this point for him too. Like it's weird because I don't know if he necessarily has like a fan base, or if it's just like everybody. So many of the percentage of that people that's watching is kind of like me and you, where it's just like you kind of got to at least give it a view. But when that stacks up to, millions and millions of people, it looks like he has a huge fan base. But in reality, I don't think it's that. I think people just like to watch train wrecks. This is what kind of we watching, is somebody that's just a nut. You know what I mean? Just a clown, a goofy. You go in there and you want to watch that type of stuff. But ain't nobody. You don't want to get it that way though. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. He's an entertainer though. Like he's not a politician. Like he's not a street dude. Like he's an entertainer, and what he's doing is entertaining. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a YouTube video. If you go on any of his Instagram lives, millions of people tuning in. You look at any of his posts, like within the first 10 minutes, you got 700,000 likes and 70,000 comments. So it's like for what he's doing, he's showing you he is an entertainer. And I'm kind of, and this might be the brainwashing, like I'm kind of seeing the point of why people are working with him, like a Akon, like a Nicki Minaj, because he's proven he's going to do numbers. He's going to do numbers. So are you going to sit back and sit on your moral high horse and say like, no, I'm not going to work with them because I stand for this or whatever? Or are you going to go and get the bag? Nicki went and got the bag. She already is like being framed in this, like she's a hater, she's this or whatever. They already pitting her against her, and she's, in my opinion, already like she hit her peak. You know what I mean? Not saying that she fell off. I think that she really can make good songs. I think she can make a good album, but I think her best days are behind her. So why not go and get this bag?
It makes sense for her. I don't think the same could be said for Akon, because Akon is big he has several reasons why he's big now. Like music is not really one of them anymore. So I don't really...
how big is this song going to be? Locked Up with Tekashi 6ix9ine talking about snitching. Are you kidding me? But it don't have, bro, this bad. He is breaking records with every video that he dropped. He is averaging so much revenue. So much money can be made from this.
Buying all the lace fronts.
You're about he had the lace front on looking crazy.
The lace front was nuts, dog.
The lace front, she said it was a glue in. Like he had the glue in with the baby hair.
Nah, bro.
But the lace. Peep the bag though. Peep the bag. Like, bro, Locked Up. Tekashi, the most infamous snitch in hip hop history, making a song about being locked up. And come on, bro. That's an easy call. And then these are people like, you're not really going to check Nicki Minaj. Like her stance is kind of certified. Like, bro, I really don't care. It's about the bag. Akon, think what you want to say about Akon. Akon really out here doing it.
Oh, you're real
in a real way.
Yeah,
he really out here doing it. So I can't fault him from going to get the bag, because I have trust that whatever he gets from that bag, he's going to do something with it that's going to have a real effect in a real way. So I'm kind of seeing a point. Like they went on live, and I'm sure that's what you want to get to next. Like they had a live where he was talking to Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was just basically saying like all these street dudes in a rap game, like you're not on the block right now. Like this is you can't be a rapper and be like a full-time hustler right now because that's just dumb hustling. Like, you know what I mean? If you really on the block, you're not drawing any type of attention to yourself. So to still hang to this image, and I think this was kind of like a shot at Meek. Like I really think this
100%.
yeah, it was really a Meek
100%.
thing.
It's not even a little close.
But for real, like, and I understand, like, I wouldn't expect like people from Griselda to team up with him or whatever, because I think they really still attached to the streets.
If that happened, I'm not gonna be happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I won't be
that.
happy if that happens. Yeah,
but for these entertainers, like, hey, bro, like you got to get the bag. You're an entertainer. Like you're not, you know, you may want to portray a gangster image. You may want to portray this certain lifestyle, but at the end of the day, we know you're not on the corner selling anything. We know you really don't have them bricks. We know you really not in the game like that because you just can't do that as a rapper. So for artists to step aside and say, you know what, yeah, he snitched or whatever, but I'm trying to get the bag. It's so many people struggling to get the bag right now. So for them to link up with Tekashi 6ix9ine, it's like, I don't agree, but I understand.
Would you?
Me? Nah.
Yeah. Nah, how come?
Because it's like
you got values.
After you get the bag, it's like, what are you really gonna be known for? And he's like, all right, man, you just chase the bag to get with Tekashi. And it's like, if I was already established, like say if I got the bag by myself and then I wanted to do that, I would do it. But that makes sense. Yeah, if I didn't already get the bag and I chased it so I can get it with him, I would. I couldn't live with that.
Yeah, you lack value. You that's not a good look. All right, so Nicki Minaj on the live is for one 100% shot at Meek.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not even close. She was trying to take a shot at Meek because Meek was one of the main ones that was big on, you know, talking out about, you know, snitching and why is this reason and that reason. But I don't really think Meek Mill's. I can't recall a time Meek Mill like rap sheet as far as, I don't know, being gangster was really challenged. You think so?
With Game, when he beefed with Game, that was Game real thing. He called him a rat because he said that he told Sean Kingston that Game people robbed him or whatever like that. So,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So at least once. I mean, anything else? I can't really. He beefed with that one dude all the time in Philly.
Oh, Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
Cassidy.
No. Just recently he dropped a diss track to me.
Oh, Quilly Mill. Yeah, Quilly. That go back to high school days, bro. That's just that go back a long time.
But what I'm getting at is Meek got too much respect to really be caring about what she say at this point.
But this the thing though. This is what
we shouldn't really care.
This is what we was talking about the other day. Once you start speaking on this stuff, now you kind of have to. Like you already opened that door. What he should have did was just like Nipsey did, bro. Put homie on Goofy Time and let it self-destruct. That's all you gotta say. Nips had the best response to it. I'm not gonna address that. I'm not gonna get at any light. Put him on Goofy Time. Watch it self-destruct. The moment you start feeding into it, you give him the opportunity to make valid points. Now he on Instagram calling out people that's in your crew that's real snitches, that's documented snitches.
That's a home game for him.
You playing his game. That's a home game for him. Win. You can't. He's the ultimate troll. He is the ultimate troll. You can't win that game. These morals, none of that. No,
they don't apply to him. They don't apply to him. They don't apply to him. He's never been that.
You can't hold him to that.
Yeah, he's not that. He's not that.
He literally went to snitched. Like, yo, it was him. It came out and laughed about it.
Dog.
You can't play that game with him, bro.
And it was all documented. He really don't care. He really don't care. But
and
that's what
don't get these jokes off.
But and that's what I'm saying. But why for Meek, why would I continue to breathe life into, which I don't think he responded to any of this. But why you think he should say something? I don't think he should. Like, why continue to breathe life in this? Nip already told us how to act. He messed up once, got on the Twitter figure thing. We know Meek got a problem with that.
Well, it's kind of like what LeBron doing right now in the NBA. It's like somebody got to set the tone. Like, yo, this is how we on it. And I think Meek kind of has a voice to where like, all right, bet this is how Meek say it. But he should have just left it there. You know, just say, yo, we not riding with that. That's not respectable, whatever. That's how we on it. And then boom, let everything else handle itself. Kind of like LeBron, like, hey, we trying to play this year. Some people gonna say I don't want to play. Some people gonna say I don't want to play. And then Pat Beverly, yo, LeBron say we hooping, and that is what it is. And same thing, Meek say we not rocking with homie, we not rocking with homie, because a lot of, especially this new generation,
Oh yeah,
a lot of this new generation really look up to Meek. Like he was definitely instrumental in a lot of.
they've been speaking out too. A lot of them been speaking out too about this. So
exactly.
And LE said that about this song that he just dropped. Rich the Kid, he been saying a lot of shit. So there's been a lot of people that's like, yo, we ain't doing that. Future spoke out, which is he from a different brand, but he.
So it's like, just let that handle itself, and then whoever gonna work with them, you let them expose them. All right, bet I see what type of time you want. I see what type of time you want. I see what type of time you want, and then keep it moving. But once you start to play his game, like he is the ultimate. It's like beefing with 50 on social media. Like,
yeah, so
you can't win. He has too much time. Especially this dude is on house arrest. He literally can't do anything else. He's going to find a way to make this situation beneficial. So like, don't even respond to him, bro.
And you going any street rapper that does rap on, you gotta think will lose a lot of respect in the game. Can you imagine like Jeezy, T.I., Gucci Man?
But this the thing, bro.
Boosie.
It's all entertainment at the end of the day, dog. It's all entertainment. Like,
but you got a brand though. You got to keep that brand up.
Yeah, but
you got to hold that brand.
We talking about people that will never do it though.
Hopefully, shit. We don't
talking
know.
about people that never do it. But like, say if Boosie made a song with him,
mm-hmm.
I'm not going like, all right, Boosie, he not a real one. Boosie went and got the bag.
Nah.
Boosie went and got the bag, bro.
Nah, I can't do it, Boosie. I held you to a higher standard, bro. I seen you go to jail. I watched your documentary. I can't.
But that's the thing, like that, and that's the thing right there. You see his actions, who he really is.
Yeah,
making a song with somebody, that's a business move. That's a business move, bro.
Actually, it got to be action too.
Gotta be. Boosie not out here snitching.
So why would Griselda be held any different then? Because we both just agreed we wouldn't accept that. We wouldn't be happy about that.
All right, you got me. you got me. Boosie established though.
Boosie is. I could, if any, out of that whole list, I could see Boosie.
Right, you ain't giving it, dog. Run that back. No,
okay.
I'm still in here. Check rock. Double check.
That was a foul.
That was a late call.
All right.
Bro.
So no, because that makes sense though. Griselda kind of established.
Nah, bro. Not like Boosie.
Not like Boosie. No.
Boosie got.
They ain't been in the game long enough.
Boosie got years in the game.
Yeah,
Shannon we Sharp just found out who Griselda was last year. He was just arguing back and forth like, I don't even know who you are. So it's like everybody know who Boosie is, dog.
Yeah, Boosie been around a while longer. Fair enough. I still wouldn't respect it, but that's just me.
Not for you.
That's just me. So I can see where you're going with. But what about any of that? To me, all that shit. He had a whole list of rappers that be snitching and this and that. And to me, it ain't no validity to any of that shit. Like you can't just because you a snitch don't mean now you into some like a fucking Ethernet of fucking random, where all the snitches throughout the world, you got a list of it or something. Like, I don't understand why I would believe him.
This my thing. And again, I just trying to have a balanced perspective here.
Mm.
He's highlighting a point that a lot of people should be taking note of. Once you start to like point the finger at somebody and your stuff ain't all put together, you can't get mad when people start talking facts. You know what I mean? Like, Granted, we may not like who he is as a person, but what he's saying, hey, he might have some points. He pulled some receipts. He said some things that were true when he talked about people taking care of their kids. When he pulled up, confirmed people actually snitching and people getting deals or whatever for cooperating.
And he said when he said that we pick and we choose who we call snitches, that was true. That was facts. You
know what I mean? And you hate to give him that point, but it's like, this is why you don't play that game with him. Because now, once he starts to make sense, now it validates everything that he does, which is what we want to discourage. But once you give him that point, 10,000 people now just, oh man, 6ix9ine makes sense. Oh, 6ix9ine, and now they want to go on and they want to be trolls, and now they see this as a model of success, because ultimately that's what we need to avoid. We don't want to encourage this being the model of success, because
you don't
again,
want to get it that way anyway.
That's not how you get. It's not sustainable. It could cost you your life. The fact that he's still alive is a blessing. That's a miracle right now. So many people playing this game will lose their life, and I really don't want to encourage this type of behavior.
He can't, like, why would you want it this way? Like, he can't even, like, you would imagine that people would be looking for him. He can't go like he used to in New York with all the security guards doing breakdance in the middle. That's not a good look for him right now. It's real goons out here for him. Like, that's not the way to get it, bro. That's not the way you want to be living for the rest of your life. Let alone, again, let's talk about sustainability. Like, how long do you think this can keep up? Because at the end of the day, the product isn't good. It's not good for music. It's not good hip hop music. It might be good for entertainment, like we speaking of. He is an entertainer. It might be good for entertainment, but how long can you go with just having trash songs?
I think until the gimmick runs out. I think at least for the next year or two, because it's still new. Like, we watching to see it crash and burn. And the problem,
I think he should not drop an album as long as he possibly can. Because when he drops an album and he puts all those music
then it's
together,
over.
It doesn't come in as hard at all.
Yeah, it's over.
And when the numbers don't hit like he expected them, then it won't be
but
good.
this the thing.
Because his last album didn't even do that great, and that was when he was going into jail.
Yeah, but he's doing numbers though. Like, he is
doing numbers right now.
So it's like, it really, if he's smart, he'd be stacking all this. So when the numbers don't hit the same, I'm out of here. This is hip hop history right now.
Yeah,
whether you
I
like
don't
it or
take
not,
him.
This is hip hop history.
I don't take him as being that intelligent though. I think he gonna push. He gonna push until he can keep pushing, and then it eventually gonna fall off. He gonna be exposed for who he is, a fraud and a goofy.
I think that this is a lot more calculated than people think. I don't think this works just being reckless. I think this is a very, very calculated move, and it may not be from him directly. It may be from his record label. It may be from the people that are ultimately profiting off of this.
Who is he signed to?
Let me check.
Yeah, let me see too. Let me look up. I wanted to see, did the numbers come out for how high is that? Did it make number one, Trolls?
It just came out Friday, so it'll come out next week.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Create Music Group, whoever that is.
They got to be under a bigger label, right?
It's just distributed by Create. It might be independent.
He definitely got a record deal.
No, because remember, he got that $20 million deal, and they gave him they gave him the $20 million, and they said one album in English and one album in Spanish.
So he still got it. He's still under a label then for all this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, somebody is pulling the strings, and it's like this is somebody's investment, and they want to capitalize. They invested $20 million into this man. So him doing the numbers, that's a part of the plan. Like, this is calculated. Like I said, it might not be from him, but hey, best believe that everything is going according to plan, and everybody got a price.
Fair enough. I can only do so much, though. I can only do so much to Tekashi, man. I'm sick of talking about him.
Hey, man,
sick of it.
Why the fuck we did that? I don't know.
I was thinking, like, why the fuck I did that? That shit is terrible, dog. What a terrible song.
Oh, man. And
you flame Tory Lanez for messing up classics.
Hey, bro. I expect more out of Tory Lanez. This is the goofiness I expect out of Tekashi. This is what I expect out of Tekashi.
Okay.
The goofiness.
Fair enough. I don't know why the fuck he did that. All right. That's all.
Look at you. You like it. You love it. You love it. Got you.
All right, man. Let's get into these Pod TV shout outs, man. For my Pod TV shout out, I got B. Simone for coming out and saying, all right, for getting the bag.
Weather in the store is hard.
Getting the bag and flipping it. Your boy Meek was on her side, though. Did you see that today?
See, that's why he need to shut up. Nah, he need to shut up, bro.
Meek said, y'all mad because somebody was flexing and finessing and got their bag. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut
up.
Just
don't say nothing, bro. Just don't say nothing,
bro. Talking about, how many big brands finesse black people all the time. And I'm like, so you condoning that she flexed another black person then? Is that the standard now? Should I just go take money from my brother? Like, and and flip his whole business, his whole book, his whole brand, everything he says. That's what we doing, Meek. That's your man. I don't see no Meek posters up though. I don't see no Nip posters up either. What are you doing?
I had to put it in the that was too good to keep in my room. I had to put that in the living room. That's like the
fair enough.
centerpiece now. I had people come over and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
y'all gonna
So now
see
you about
this.
to So now you about to get the Meek poster then.
No, I'm about to get the Kanye poster. Stop playing with me now. I could do this all
Okay.
day.
My positivity, my positivity shot real short, sweet, and to the point. Bro. Dave Chappelle needs to be protected at all costs. Dave Chappelle has got to be protected at all costs, bro. He is the GOAT of comedy. He is. There's nobody better. And he was solidified before this week, but to me at least, he was solidified before this week. But 846, there is so much in there, man, to even get to. I'm not going. That's why I'm saying it's short and sweet because I'll talk forever, and we'll get on the tangent about it. But it's great. It's great content. It's not very funny, but it ain't really time to be very funny. So that's why I can respect him to come out and be like, in the middle of the thing, he really said like, yo, none of this shit is funny. Like, I'm not really trying to be though. I'm just trying to speak truth. He had a great point about you can't really go see the actual comedy show that he did this at, but there was a cop that killed a kid in Ohio in his city, and the day before he was pulled over by him, and he tells the whole story about it in a comedy show. So he's been doing this for a long time, and you can go back to see, even from Stick and Stones, his last Netflix thing, he's been going back talking out and making it funny and making it known where his political stance is. And it's kind of hard for comedians. They was under fire for a long time. But he stepped up to the plate and made sure, like, hey, I'm still saying what the fuck I want to say. Like, y'all forgot I went to Africa. Like, y'all forgot I dipped the fuck out. I don't need none of this shit. So Dave Chappelle, he ain't holding no bars. But in the story, the conclusion of it, he basically says, like, I shouldn't have to be Dave Chappelle to survive a traffic stop. Like, and that's real shit. That's real shit. He says real shit after real shit on this 846. So I would check that out. And again, this is short and sweet, but Dave Chappelle got to be protected at all costs, bro. He is the GOAT.
Yeah, man. It's kind of like Drake when he dropped another number one. It's like, damn, bro, he did it again. He did it again. He did it again.
And every once in a while, we think like somebody gonna come take the throne. Oh, Kevin Hart coming. Oh, Chris Paul.
It's levels, bro. It's levels.
Nobody's fucking with him, bro.
I literally, he had me hanging on to every word that he said. Like, I was just like,
he said that shit with emotion and power, bro.
I was captivated, man. That's dope. And then it's free too on YouTube. Go look it up on YouTube. Look it up. Making this circle. I think he put it on like IGTV. So it's like you
can watch that shit.
Yeah,
because that shit like that need to be heard. It need to be heard, bro. You gotta hear it. You gotta be paying attention to shit like that, bro. Watch that shit, bro. He need to be protected for real.
Definitely. So mine is kind of short and sweet as well. I wanted to highlight one. I probably the only black man named Bubba, but I wanted to highlight Bubba Wallace. He is, I believe he's the only African American NASCAR driver, but definitely got thrown into the spotlight this past week once NASCAR banned the Confederate flags from being displayed on any of their race cars. And Bubba Wallace actually went out during his race and he had an all Black Lives Matter poster or Black Lives Matter hashtag on his car. He actually had a piece with the peace sign with all a bunch of different fists in different colors, just saying that we need to be peaceful and amongst each other. And he said that he's been working with NASCAR to figure out how that company, how that sport can be a part of the change in the right way. And I think that is dope because some of the sports I think we don't associate with having Black people in it, such as like hockey, such as NASCAR. And when we do have people in them, it's just like, again, it's not about just getting Black people in there. You know what I mean? Like, if you're in NASCAR, like, I want you to be a good driver. Like, I don't want representation just like, hey, he's a token Black person just to say that we're not racist. You know what I mean? But to have somebody in that position, and then when these situations show up, to see what they do and show like, hey, I'm really about this. And I think he was involved with getting the Confederate flag banned, and him being involved and stepping up to say, you know what? Even though NASCAR has this reputation of being for a certain demographic, like, hey, I'm in here too, and I got a voice to speak, and no matter how small that voice is, I'm definitely going to capitalize on this opportunity. And I think that's that's what we all should be doing. You know what I mean? I don't know who Bubba Wallace is. I'm not following NASCAR, but I see what he's doing with his actions. And that's ultimately what I judge a man by. Just like Lil Baby said, to bring it full circle, I'm judging a man by his character, and his character is showing that he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's actually doing something. So shout out to Bubba Wallace for not getting lost in the NASCAR circuit and actually stepping up and bringing forth some change in NASCAR.
Yeah, man, he stepped up to the plate. Put it simple, he stepped up to the plate when the opportunity came. He stepped up. He made sure that he made that shit happen. So respect, a lot of respect for him.
And remember what you were saying. I don't want to get too long with it, but remember what we was talking about last week, and he was like, I don't want to be the voice for Black people. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that amongst my friends. It's crazy because sometimes you have to be. You know, when you in that position, you don't have that luxury to say, I don't want to speak for Black people. And for him to step up and actually be a voice for Black people in a way where there may not be any other voices, I think that's powerful.
Yeah, you had to, bro. You had to. He did that shit, though. He did that shit.
In a real
way. Much love to him.
In a real way.
And
shout out to Bubba.
I know we usually end with positivity, but what the fuck Kyrie talking about, bro?
Bro, Kyrie believes the world is flat. I'm not listening to that man, dog. He's a skeptic. He's a skeptic.
What the fuck is he talking about?
He's a skeptic, bro. Something fishy. You know what I mean? Everybody lying. He probably like the vaccines. Don't trust the vaccine.
Yeah, no,
that's it. That's how he do, bro.
Oh,
he one of them people.
The 5G is creating racism. Like,
exactly. Remember in 2010 when like everybody thought Jay-Z was the Antichrist, and then like it was a new YouTube documentary about the Illuminati, whatever. Kyrie just never came out of that wormhole. Like he never stepped back and was like, all right, bet they wallet. He's still in that wave, dog. So pray for Kyrie, bro. Hashtag pray for Kyrie.
I don't know what the fuck Kyrie talking about, bro. Something smell fishy.
And then he's not even playing though.
He not even playing basketball, no. Like he not even gonna be. You don't get your ass to sit down somewhere. Nobody asked you to come out here and do anything anyway.
But I respect what Steven Jackson said. You know, I respect how he put it. You know,
you kind of gotta respect what Steven Jackson said.
He holding it down in a real way too.
He a fucking real one. We gave him positive shout out a while back, so I ain't even gonna revisit him. But
yeah,
Steven
he was like, "Hey, bro, now ain't the time for that. Now ain't the time for the basketball, bro." And I was like, "Hey, you got a point. You got a point." Because a lot is being done right now. A lot.
But that's what I'm saying. You can do both.
I don't know, bro.
You can do both.
I don't know. I think
LeBron James been doing it for a long time. You can do both.
You can do only so much by yourself. Right now, we got the masses because there's not too much going on. So a lot of people need somewhere to put that energy. A lot of people just sitting at home. A lot of people not working. And the reason why
that goes for the basketball players too, though.
Right, but a reason why, like, if you look at it, like, so much has changed. Like, new legislation is being passed, new laws are being enacted. So many people, like, the justice system is finally kind of like taking a turn for the better when it comes to like really responding, really listening. Even Roger Goodell, who basically blackballed Kaepernick, was like, "Yo, we got this whole thing wrong. I'm sorry." So, like, the fact that nothing is going on right now has played a beneficial part to the movement to say, yo, we need to get stuff done now. What other excuse do you have? Once we start to open things back up, once we start to get things back to normal, the loud voice that we have, the loud power that we have will start to get drowned out, and people will kind of fall back to sleep and not really worry about it anymore.
But here's my thing, like, and hear me out. If I had to choose a sport or something that, if I had to choose something that was to, you know, start opening up first, because we already seeing strip clubs and wild shit like that opening. We already see it's already happening, bro. I feel like it would be the NBA. If I had to say something that can continue to charge, I think it would be the NBA, because it's, for one, it's predominantly black. It's the only like real league that gives players power, like to voice their opinions. It'll completely support them in whatever they want to do. If they want to wear, even I would say, even if they wanted to change the jersey with you know, a Black Lives Matter sign or something like that, they would. If LeBron said it, it would happen.
Yeah.
So they can continue to charge of keeping the awareness up while still playing basketball.
I feel you, and I agree, but I think you coming from a perspective of somebody that's really about it. Like, if you want to make something change, you really going to go out there and do something. Like, you really going to invest in your community. You really going to actually do something. What needs to happen is the masses need to follow you. So people like you are the minority. The masses of people who just kind of move like the herd, they're going to fall back to sleep once everything starts to open back up. They're going to fall back to sleep once things start to normalize. So that's what I meant when I say because everything is shut down now, that's the power in it, because it's strength in numbers. Once we start to open things back up, now you get to sit on the couch for 2.5 hours, when before that 2.5 hours could have been used to peacefully protest. Now the conversation talks about who do you think is going to make the playoffs, when that conversation could have been talking about, okay, what type of police reform should we be introducing? So it's not the fact that it's something wrong with the NBA, but it's just now that's going to be taking up more headspace. That's going to be taking up more room in the public conversation that could have been used for furthering this Black Lives Matter movement.
I agree. All right. I know we closing out, but my last statement. Breonna Taylor's killers and that whole police department need to be thrown under an investigation. That's all I need. Did you see the paper that was filled out?
Nah.
That said that she had no injuries and nothing happened and no shots was fired, all this other crazy shit?
Nah, I didn't look into that.
All of them need to be investigated, bro. Thoroughly. But that's just me. Now, I ain't gonna say nobody. I ain't gonna say they need to be, this and that. They need to at least be charged so they can be. They need to go to court, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody need to investigate that shit. Sincerely. But
what you remember what city that's in?
Louisville.
Louisville. Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Why the fuck you did that?
Why the fuck y'all did that? Why the fuck they did that? All right, man. All right, shit, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in to the Who Am I podcast, man. Thank you. Like I said, every week I come back here and I say we get better every week. So if y'all want to continue to support, y'all go ahead and follow us on any social media account. We got Facebook, Twitter, whatever you like, dumb, stupid, or dumb. We got YouTube. Our new YouTube channel is up and coming. We be posting. We post clips everywhere, all over social media. If you want to be included in any of the episodes, you can go ahead and send us a little link on any of these websites. Hit us on Anchor. You can actually leave a voice recording that we can play during the podcast live if you like. And shit, at this point, if y'all want to come on the podcast, bro. Y'all welcome on the podcast. Y'all come on here. We debate. If y'all want to check us, y'all say we ain't speaking that shit, then y'all come over here and check us, bro. It's on Zoom. You can get on here, get these skibbity paps too. These vocal skibbity paps you want. Shit.
I would actually encourage it. I would
love to see somebody come up here. We get BG. I'm gonna say this shit is BG. You want real smoke? You want real smoke?
Call me Mr. Chimney.
I know a few that I have a short list of people that I'd really prepare for. BG's at the top of that list. BG's at the top of that list. All right, but no, man, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, appreciate each and every one of y'all tuning in. Definitely.
Yeah. If y'all ain't tuning in, and why the fuck you did that? All right, bro. For sure.
Who am I? The girls them sugar.